Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Matt and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you a full walkthrough of my Christmas lesson. This lesson is designed for grade 1, 2, or 3. If you're interested in teaching this lesson yourself, just go into the video description below, click the link, and you can download it very easily, or you can go to my Taobao store and find it there. Also, if you just scroll further down to the video description, you'll see a long list of PowerPoints available for download. They're all available as well on my Taobao store. My channel is full of walkthrough videos just like the one you're about to watch, as well as videos of me teaching these lessons in class, just in case you want to see exactly how it's done. If this video is useful for you, don't forget to smash the like button, it really helps me out. And also subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Okay, let's get into the walkthrough. Okay, let's have a look at this PowerPoint. So first, I just want to say that I'm going to go through this rather quickly. I just want to show everyone the PowerPoint. You know, if you want to purchase this PowerPoint, I want you to see what you're getting, and I'll explain a little bit about how to actually teach it. So first thing I want to show is that everything about my PowerPoint is very Christmassy. I changed everything so it was Christmas themed. So yeah, before class begins, I show them this stuff to get them ready for class. You know, nice to see you again. Same thing as always, everything is just very Christmassy. Classroom rules as always, but everything is very Christmassy this time. So just to get the kids ready, you know, they'll start to notice things are different. Oh, this is a different lesson. Things are looking a little bit different here. Okay, so all the rules, and yeah, rule number 5 and 6. It's the same as before, it's just everything's Christmassy. Okay, same thing here, warm up. You can add your own warm up. I don't actually include a long warm up in my class just because of time constraints. Normally just the days of the week and, you know, a few simple questions normally from things I've been showing them the whole semester, and then I go straight into a review. So if you decide to purchase this PowerPoint, you can add your review material here, and yeah, let's get into the actual lesson. Okay, so let's learn. Now the first thing I want to know before we actually start the lesson is I want to see if they actually know the word Christmas. So I'm going to show them all these pictures, and they've seen a lot of pictures in the previous part during the rules and everything, and just see if they know what the word is. You'll have students raising their hands, and yeah, show them the word Christmas, and then yeah, find the mistake. So because we always say Merry Christmas on Christmas, I want to say Merry Christmas to the kids, but I just told them to see if they can find the mistake, because this is a common mistake that students make. You know, they put in an A instead of an E. So I just want to like try to get that in their head quickly that this is Merry, not Marry Christmas. Okay, so yeah, just see if they notice it, and then you can show them. Someone's going to get it, I think, in a large class, and then show them the correct way. And then say Merry Christmas, and they say Merry Christmas back. All right, then we're going to go into the words. So one by one, I'm going to go through the main vocabulary of the lesson, show them this, and see if they know. You can teach them an action. You can have Santa like this if you like, or Santa's a big fat guy, so it could be fat, you know, whatever you like. Yeah, just go through one by one and teach them the word and drill the words with them. Okay, so just go through one by one and drill the words. You can have actions for each one if you like. Just introducing them. If you're teaching this to grade 1 or 2, a lot of these words, if not all of them, will be new. If you're teaching this to grade 3, it depends on their level. You know, a lot of them could still be new as well, unless they've learned a Christmas lesson before. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you're teaching this to grade 1, it'll work. You know, it might be a little bit difficult for some students, so I recommend that if you're going to teach it to grade 1, use your own discretion. Can your kids handle it? You know, everyone has different kids. Some of the kids, like if they had English for a few years in kindergarten, they can definitely handle it in grade 1. You know, but you might have some students in grade 3 that are in the exact same situation. They don't have any English prior to grade 3. So it just depends on the school and everything like that. So you got to use your own discretion, whether or not your kids can handle it. All right, so these are the words. And yeah, let's get into the rest of the lesson. So let's say them one more time. Go through each one. A stocking, an angel, toys, Santa, a Christmas tree, a gift. Have the kids say them with you. Remove the words. Make one flash. Elicit the answer from the kids. They'll be raising their hands. Say, he says a Christmas tree, good. Next one, toys, good. Just making sure they're with you, they're following you. After a kid raises their hand, says it, they say a gift, then the whole class says a gift. You know, make sure they're all drilling it, saying it as many times as possible. Okay? Then, of course, the first game. the slow reveal game. So the purpose of this game is just, just to help jog their memory, make sure they know how to say them. And little kids really like this game. It's really fun. It's really fun for them. And so all they need to do is, when they realize what it is, they say it. Okay, so just go through each one by one. What is this? And then it slowly is being revealed. The first student to say what it is, their team can get points. Okay. By this point, they're realizing what it is. They say a stocking. Okay, good job. Whole class is a stocking. Next one. What is this? Push it once. They all start disappearing. It's all automatic, so you don't have to do anything. Just push it once, and it starts disappearing. They're going to realize a Christmas tree. They shout it out. You can do it that they have to raise their hand, but I like to do it just, they shout out the answer. It's more fun that way, So yeah, each one's exactly like this. I'll just go through quickly because it's the same thing. So you can play this game in a number of different ways, but I like to do it without them raising their hands, because you can never tell who raised their hand first, unless you just want to go team by team. So if there's only girls and boys, just make sure you call in a girl for the first one and a boy for the next one, a girl for the next one. So it's even, Otherwise, you got to do it whoever says it fastest, So it depends on you. Every teacher has their own style. I've done it both ways. Both ways work. It's just totally up to you. And so that's the slow reveal game. That's the first game. Teaching part 2. So in part 2, I want to explain in more detail about Christmas. Not in too much detail because they're just little kids, but I want them to have an understanding okay, at Christmas, Santa comes and we get gifts, pretty much, So when is Christmas Day? And you'll notice I have Chinese translations on every slide here because it's too difficult, for grade 1 to understand, or grade 2 even. Some of the kids will just follow the English. But I want them to understand the story. Basically, this is some knowledge about Christmas. I want to make sure they get it. So when is Christmas Day? A, December 30th, B, December 28th, C, December 15th, or D, December 25th. I don't think they're going to know this. Grade 3 might know. I think my grade 2s know. But, it really depends on their school. So reveal the answer and then have the class read it together. So Christmas Day is on December 25th. You can have, you can choose for the first slide that team 1 reads it. Read it first with them, help them read it, have them read it together, give them points for reading it well, and then move on. So, story time. All right, so before Christmas, people put a Christmas tree in their home. Again, there's Chinese there. They're going to understand what's going on. Okay, it's very easy for them to understand because there's Chinese there. Okay. So again, you can have one of the teams read it, or if they're really small, like grade 1, you don't think they can read it clearly, you can just read it to them. You have to judge at the level of them. For grade 3, for sure, have the kids read it. My grade 2s are going to read it with me. I'm going to have them read it, like I said, in teams, but it's totally up to you. You know your students. Okay, people hang stockings in their home. Again, we're using the words they just saw: the Christmas tree, the stockings. On Christmas Eve, Santa comes. There he is, Santa. Santa puts gifts under the Christmas tree. And some of the kids might be familiar with this concept, of Santa coming and putting gifts under the tree. Some of them won't be. So this could be the first time some of these students are learning anything about Christmas, so, just be aware of that. On Christmas Day, children open gifts. And people eat a big Christmas dinner. All right, that's the end of the little story time. And yeah, let's go on to the next part. Okay, so the next part is a chant. And if you've seen my Halloween lesson, I have a walkthrough and a video on my channel. I'll leave a link above if you'd like to check it out. I had a chant in there for part of the lesson, and it worked really, really well. It was like, trick or treat, who are you? The kids really, really liked it. So when I was designing this lesson, I really wanted to include something like that because I think it's really good for their memory to remember certain parts of the language, and also it's just a great way to get them excited about it. And with Merry Christmas, it's something I really want them to remember. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. So here's the chant. It goes, Merry Christmas, look under the tree. Merry Christmas, what can you see? So when you do the chant, you can actually have some sort of action, like Merry Christmas, look under the tree. Merry Christmas, what can you see? Or something like this. And then they should say, I can see an angel. Okay, so this is just, it's really fun, and I'm telling you that the kids will like it. And I know in the future, like I can pull this out in the middle of, like in the beginning of class, I can bring it as part of the review or as part of the warm-up. They're going to really like it. It's really going to be something that they remember. I can just randomly do like the trick or treat thing now, just with my hand signals. I'll just be standing in the middle of class doing like this, and all of a sudden they're like, trick or treat, who are you? And I know the same thing's going to happen here. I'll be like, Merry Christmas, look under the tree. Merry Christmas, what can you see? Okay, so same thing here, do it again, and then there's a little game here at the end. So same thing with the chant, except this time you can go team by team. So after they say the chant once, go to the first team, and one of the students can choose one of the previously learned vocabulary words. Let's say they choose gift. Okay, they can get 4 points. And go to the next team. Everyone says, Merry Christmas, look under the tree. Merry Christmas, what can you see? The next team chooses an angel. They get 3 points, and so on. Okay, make sure they say the sentence. I can see a stocking, I can see an angel, and so forth. Okay, they really like it. I like doing a chant, especially with little kids. It's great for their memory. All right, teaching part 3. Okay, so the next part is a song. I don't actually have the song in the PowerPoint. You can go to YouTube and go to this address you see, and you'll find the song. It's a really nice song by Super Simple Songs, and it leads really nicely into the language of the next part of the lesson. So I really recommend it, especially if you're teaching grade 3. I mean, not grade 3. Especially if you're teaching grade 1. I really, really recommend it. If you want to show it to grade 3, that's fine. I mean, they're going to like it, But grade 1 is they're really going to love it. Grade 2, obviously, they're going to like it as well. It's up to you. You know your kids. All right, so Christmas is coming. What do you want for Christmas? Obviously, this is right after you show the song, sing the song, then show them this question. Now that they saw that song, they're going to be thinking about what this means in English. Okay, so you probably get students raising their hands. You can call on them. I would spend maybe a minute or two just getting some answers from the kids. And then I'm going to show them some words. Now, if they are in grade 2 or grade 3, all of these words are going to be a review. If it's grade 1, it really depends on their level, whether or not they know it. A lot of kids learn like some of these words in kindergarten. If they've learned any English before, they're going to know it. You can always, if you buy this PowerPoint, you can always change the words very easily to suit whatever level you think it is. I think it's okay. For grade 2 or 3, it's going to be easy enough for sure. For grade 3, it's going to be really easy. But for grade 1, it could be, I don't want to say it's going to be difficult, but it depends on their level. Okay, so go through each one. A bike, a jump rope. Again, I intended this to be sort of something they would know, so it's easy. They're just going to be learning how to say the sentence and answer the question, so you say the question and answer it, and like the vocab should be relatively easy. So it's really up to you. The students I teach now in grade 2, when they were in grade 1, they learn these words. I mean, the students learn teddy bear and stuff, or they learn teddy in grade 1, and ball and bike. I know they know it, okay? So it should be easy enough. I like to teach the full thing, a teddy bear, so go through each one. There's just 6. Like I said, they're quite easy. So a ball, a yo-yo. If you're in China, this is really easy because the Chinese is literally the same thing. Okay, so it should be quite easy. And a doll. They should definitely know this. All right, so it should be easy enough. And then go over them all one more time. So a doll, a jump rope, a ball, a yo-yo, a teddy bear, a bike. And yeah, now this is where you could be teaching them something new. For grade 1, I think this is definitely new. Even for some grade 3 students, some of them, it really depends on their level. I would say probably in my class, probably 80% have learned this word. But only about maybe 25% are going to, when I show them this, they're going to be like, I know how to say it, and the rest, when I show it, they're going to be like, oh, I knew it. Okay. So this is why I'm teaching it again, because I want to make sure they know it. I don't want to just assume they know it. Okay. So here, I want and here they just have to fill in whatever the word was. In this case, it's a bike. So I want a bike, please. Make sure the whole class is saying it. You can have an action for it, I want a bike, please. You can have some sort of actions. when I show it here, I call on students to tell me what it is. If you're curious how I do any of these things in my class, I'm gonna film this class this week, and I'll post it on my channel as well. And if you just watch a lot of the other videos on my channel, you'll see me doing similar stuff to this. You can see how I executed it live in class. And the same thing here. I want a doll, please. I want a yo-yo, please. Okay? And then here's the full question. What do you want for Christmas? All right, what do you want for Christmas? Now, you're going to go through and call on students to give you their answer. If they're in teams, it works even better. If you have 4 teams, obviously there are only 6. There are 6 toys, so each team goes once, and then just call on random students to tell you the other ones, or have the whole class say them together, and no points for those. So I forgot to mention, so I want, and they can choose which one they want. So the boy, let's say you choose a girl in team 1, she stands up and says, I want, first, the whole class needs to ask. So the whole class says, what do you want for Christmas? And then she says, I want a jump rope, please. Oh, wow, jump rope is 5 points. Add 5 points to her team, say, here you are. And she says, thank you. Then go to the next team, call on someone from there. Whole class says, what do you want for Christmas? They say, I want a bike, please. I say, here you are. They say, thank you, and I add 3 points. Next team, the whole class says, what do you want for Christmas? They say, I want a doll, please. Here you are. Thank you. You're welcome, okay? And add the points. And then, like I said, for the last 2, since if you have 6 teams, perfect. If you have 2 teams, it'll work. Each team can go 3 times. In my class, I have 4 teams for most of my classes, so the last 2 will just be the whole class says together, and I click on it and show the points. And sometimes Teacher Matt takes those points, and if the points are more than they got, they're not very happy. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay? And then we're going to play the Choose a Wall game. Okay, so the Choose a Wall game is really, really fun. Here's the way it works. So I actually have this good visual here for the students to see. You'll bring up 4 students, or however many you want to bring up. In this case, I always bring up 4 because I have 4 teams. If, like I said, one of my classes only has 2 teams, I'll bring up 2 students from each team. And I'll say, ready? Go! Go! And the students can choose a wall. Now, right before you play the game, you can explain that the front wall is red, the left side wall is green, the right side wall is blue, and the back wall is yellow. You can actually bring in these different colored piece of paper and tape them on those walls so it's really clear which ones it is. It's very visual, like facing forward, red, green, blue, yellow. And the students can choose a wall, and I always try to make it clear that they don't have to only have one student at each wall. They can choose the same wall. Otherwise, you might have students arguing over the wall. So I'll just let them do what they want, and if all of a sudden there's a dispute, then I'll be like, you can choose the same wall, it's okay. Or I'll tell them beforehand, okay? So it's just up to you. So as you can see, each wall has a different toy. So the red wall is the doll, the green wall is the teddy bear, the yellow wall is the yo-yo, and the blue wall is the bike. And you can say that to them before they actually run to each wall. You can actually say to them, the red wall is a doll. The green wall is a teddy bear, and so on. You can say, what do you want? Okay. So then the whole class will say, what do you want for Christmas? What I like to do is I like to do it by team. So I'll select 2 of the teams to say at the same time. If both teams read really well, I'll give those team points to encourage them all to say it. Otherwise, they might not all be saying it. And then each student needs to answer. They each answer with the full sentence. I want a teddy bear. I want a doll. Now there's a double period here. I'll remove that before I post this for sale. There's a small mistake there. And then so each one says their answer. I want a teddy bear. I want a doll. I want a bike. I want a yo-yo. Good job. And then I reveal the amount of points for each wall. So I push the button and the walls disappear, and there are point values there. So this boy gets 2 points for his team. This boy gets 3 points. This girl gets 1 point, and this girl gets 4 points. That's how it works. Okay, so based on whatever wall they chose, they get a predetermined amount of points. Okay, so it's really fun. Everyone gets to ask the question. The students get to say the answers, and they get points. This game is very fun. Every time I play it, the kids really like it. They can become too excited, Make sure they're walking to the wall. I tell them, no running, no running. And if they run, I stop the whole class and I'll tell them no running, and if I see them running again, I'll take points from their team. So when you actually play, same thing. This is what it looks like. The students go to the walls, and once they're there, they're set, okay? You can see there's different toys here now. The whole class says, what do you want for Christmas? And I actually put this in there to remind the teachers that make sure to ask the students, all the students, to say the question, to prompt them. And they each say their answer, and then I reveal the points, okay? Reveal the points, and yeah, and I think I'll have 2 rounds here in total because, it's a long enough class already. Just want to mix it up. Like I said, this PowerPoint is editable, so if you don't like this game, you want to take it out, be my guest. If you don't like the chant, take the chant out, leave this. You can use your discretion. I want the PowerPoints to have enough in there that if you're purchasing this PowerPoint, you're getting your money's worth. And that's the way it is. Oh, 6 points there. Wow, nice one. All right, and that's that game. Okay, let's review. So this is a review of like the story in the beginning, the story of Christmas, and some things about Christmas. So if you're teaching this like to grade 1, it could be a little difficult. They should be able to recognize the word, especially maybe you could even, like for this answer, maybe you wrote it on the board, so it was on the board the whole class, maybe you did, it's still there maybe, and like the kids will, get some help from it. But yeah, it could be hard for some of them to remember, and grade 1 might not even know the month, so it's really up to you if you want to include this part of the lesson for grade 1. Maybe you have planned like another activity or something for the end of class. It's totally up to you. For my grade 2, and I think if you're teaching this to grade 3, it'll definitely be fine. They'll remember. And if they don't, they can learn. And at this point, they'll definitely remember. Have the whole class say it together. Christmas Day is on December 25th. Again, with all these lessons that I'm selling, they are editable. So if you want to make changes, that's fine. Don't feel like you're going to purchase it. It's going to be locked in. You can't do anything to it. Obviously, you can. It says Teacher Matt all over it. If you're going to be teaching this lesson, you're going to want to take my name off it. Maybe not. Maybe you want my name on it. But, again, they're editable PowerPoints. So if you think it's too hard or too easy, you want to change something, you can. And the thing about it is, if you have, it took me 5 or 6 hours to build this PowerPoint. All right. So if you purchase it from me, you're saving yourself a ton of time, and then you can just maybe take 30 minutes to just make it your own, So again, I'm just trying to create as much value as I can. Some teachers like to have these sort of like questions at the end, so that's why I have them in here. So just to appeal to different styles. All right, question 3, where does Santa put Christmas gifts? Okay, so same thing here. Everything's programmable. Once you hit it, everything happens. Like you don't have to push anything. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole lesson. At the end, if you have extra time and you want to ask the kids again, I have this slide here again. This time they don't get points. There's no clickable points, but at least like for the end of class, if you have a few minutes left, you can walk around the class and they can say whatever they want. If they want to say, I want Legos, please, or I want an iPad, please, or whatever they want to say is fine. It's totally up to you, up to them. You can tell your kids, what do you really want? What do you want? And call on them. Okay, so again, that's the whole lesson. That's the end. And yeah, I really hope you think it's a useful, beautiful lesson. Many hours it took me to make this. So thank you. All right, that's it. That's the end of the walkthrough. I really hope that helped you. If it did, and you want to download this PowerPoint yourself, don't forget to go to the video description below, click the link, and you can download it in minutes, or go to my Taobao store and you can find it there. As always, smash the like button if this helped you out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you'd like to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.